steak and flank pho, and then Hokkaido black milk tea with sea salt cream. You know what? From now on, I'm gonna like start stream and then just do this then. Because then it'll happen not every time. But here we are. Thankfully, Discord didn't break this time at the same time. But still light up. Hello, hello. Hello. Caught me off guard there, Madden. Madden, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that greatly. Oh, and Malcolm, thank you for the follow. Star was indeed the first sub. I appreciate that, Madden. Thank you for doing that. Sorry I don't have alerts on this page. Maybe I can replay it when we get to the game page in a little bit. So I believe it was last Friday, if not maybe last Thursday, we spoke about the anime that was coming out next season. And then next Friday, we have the beginning of the Legend of Vox Machina. They're dropping for 3 episodes at a time. Toast with the sub tier 1. Thank you very much, Toast. Welcome in. Wait, what? 6 months? What? What? Welcome in. It shows you guys that part, but it doesn't show me that part. Let's go. Okay, 6-month guarantee from the start. Oh, that's no, can't weenie out. Not gonna weenie out. Never was a plan. But last week we did the anime tier, or the anime winter season list, and then next week we start Legend of Vox Machina on Fridays before, like, at the beginning of our stream. So this Friday at the beginning of our stream, I wanted to start with doing something that we've all been talking about already a lot during the streams, which is obviously the Marvel movies. We're all a bunch of nerds. So I'm gonna go through and talk a little bit about why I put the ones I do where I do, and place them on this tier list. And then debate is allowed. You guys can talk about it in chat. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Obviously, opinions are valid. But I'll be putting it, mostly based on my own. And then if we get to some him and haws, we'll see how we can him and haw. I am going to try my best to put them in order. Oh, with that, Madden and Toast, you have unlocked. They're basic right now. They're basic to Twitch. I am working on getting emotes made, but you guys have emotes for the Archon already. So they are there. I got them set up. Basic Twitch ones for now, all selected, all tier 1, and then some for bits stuff. But then we will get, we'll get more official ones coming soon. I have somebody working on a couple of different anime character ones that I like, and I like their art style. So we're gonna get some anime characters doing different poses and stuff. Stardust gifting the tier 1 sub to Eve, getting us our first official hype trade. Let's go. Let's go. Hype train. Almost complete with that level 1. Yeah, first day streaming as affiliate. Thank you so much, everybody, already. It's been amazing getting to this point. I never thought I would actually get to this point, and yet here we are crushing it as we did. And so I appreciate that very much. Thank King Toast gifting a tier 1 sub over to James. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. There is definitely a bus car on this train, 100%. Conducted by Maru himself. For sure. There we go. right? Someone has to get to notify James. There we go. Gift James a sub. So I'm gonna start on my tier list with a couple very easy ones in my opinion. There's some very solid D-list picks like Thor: The Dark World. Definitely a D-list pick right off the bat. Nobody likes it. This one might be a little I don't know, conflicting right off the bat, but I put Civil War as a very C rate right off the bat. Toast with the 500 bits. Thank you very much for the bits. Let's get that pride flag flying. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm gonna have to like replay all of these so that we can get all the alerts from tonight of all of this when we get back onto a screen with alerts made. Oh no, not 2. 2's fine. 3. I put 3 in the D tier. Stardust got the butterfly. Let's go. So the reason I'm putting Civil War in C instead of D is because it has Ant-Man, Black Panther, and Spider-Man. If it wasn't for those 3 people, it would be a D tier movie in my opinion. But since they brought in the other people and started building out the more expansive universe, that's where it lands in my opinion. Toast gifting a tier 1 sub to Kirito, and that completes the level 2 of our hype train. First ever train that has left the hype station. Let's go. Let's get everybody in here a sub. Getting those emotes flowing. I need to make a like a hype command that'll throw up a bunch of hype signs. Toast, thank you so much for your generosity. I appreciate that. We haven't been going very long. All right. Gabby, what's up, Gab? We're starting tonight doing a Marvel tier list. Kind of like our pre-Friday shenanigans. Starting next week, we'll be watching The Legend of Vox Machina since it's going to be on Prime, and they're dropping 3 episodes at a time. So we'll be watching 3 episodes every week together as a community. It's about like an hour and a half, and then we'll take a quick break. And then we'll get into playing more Lord of the Rings. So kind of to mimic that, maybe not the full hour and a half tonight, but we're going to start with making a tier list and then going from there of playing Lord of the Rings. So welcome in. Welcome in. How was your day, Gab? How's everyone's day been? I forgot to ask that at the beginning. Hope everyone had a glorious Friday. TGIF here in the US of A. Everywhere but the East, last time zone being Australia and Japan and stuff, where it's Saturday. So this was some pretty obvious low rank picks in my opinion when it comes to the Marvel movies that have come out. Actually, I'm gonna put Hulk in C. Hulk only is going in C because we haven't really put it to the test really. Maru, just because I said I hope everyone had a glorious day does not make it a glow pun. It just, he chose the name. He ruined the word. But TGIF. I had a good day, Gab. Work time today was very odd. Time went really slow today. Today took forever. But I got some pho and some milk tea, some boba without boba before stream, and here we are. It's true. I do love the glow. Can't deny it. Can't hide that anywhere. But yeah, Hulk was made like right after Iron Man. It's one of the oldest ones in the series. Never got really any continuations. We don't know much about it, like what they could have done with it, and so I'm just putting it in C tier because we didn't get a lot from it, and it was one of the lowest. Like, didn't have like great production value. I'm not a heathen. I just don't like boba. I don't like tapioca pearls because I don't like the mushiness and the thing. If you get like fruit flavored bursting boba on your froyo, 100% I will get that. But I don't like boba as boba. I get other toppings like coffee jelly, or in this case, sea salt cream, instead of boba. Anyways, Black Panther, S tier first, or it's actually gonna go in the second slot. First spot goes to Thor Ragnarok, another S tier production that has come out as of late. Amazing movie, hands down. No one can deny that Ragnarok was a great movie. I put Shang-Chi currently in third, of just amazing tier Marvel movies. This is a little biased, and I put Doctor Strange in fourth, and then where are you? Alphabetical order, and I put them in movie order. The brand new Spider-Man movie is fifth on my list. Thank you, Madden. Thank you. You don't want to chew your drinks, you want to drink your drinks. That's why you get sea salt crema and mix it in. And with that, the hype train has completed. Thank you everybody for what we were able to do. Oh wait, did I get some too? Okay, wasn't sure. It said share. Nothing happened. Okay, so yeah, definitely those are my top 5 in that order. Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange, and then Spider-Man Far From Home. No Way Home? No Way Home. Yeah, No Way Home. Well, that depends. Okay, me and Madden may be old. I'll take that hit, you know, it's how it goes. Sometimes Elmo chugs along like a train. But that matter to that comment of heathens then matters how old Mario is. So I mean, like, if Mario's in our age range, it doesn't matter that we're old. Like, you know? I very recently watched Loki, and I put that in the A tier. And I also recently watched Hawkeye, put that in the A. But those aren't movies, those are the shows. Oh, Mario gets a pass because he likes boba. Okay. Hawkeye was that good. So not only it gives you true, accurate comic book Hawkeye. So, hey, Sparkles, welcome in. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. I will make sure to go back and play all of these alerts, and also get an alert for my talking screen, so that way it goes off. So I'll get an alert and play those back when we get on our game screen in a bit. But thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good Friday. Hope everything's going good with school, and get settled in your new dorm. But yeah, Madden. So Hawkeye gives you more like comic book accurate Hawkeye. You get a lot of development of his character, a lot more depth to it, because realistically, he wasn't in any of the standalone movies except for the few moments he had in Thor. And other than that, he was just in the Avengers movies. So like he didn't really get a chance to shine because no one was focused on him. He didn't get a lot of script. Only got to stand on a building and shoot his bow and do cool tricks. So this actually gives like depth and like development to the character that is Hawkeye. So I thought they did a really good job, and they kind of kept very true to his like comic book self. So I think they did a really good job with that part also. So that's where I put it. So yeah, Maru, we were just saying like me and Madden are old and we don't like boba, so like it mattered if you were old and also didn't like boba, or did like boba, because that would like cancel out the fact that it's just because we're old. But we were told by Star that didn't matter, so don't worry about it. You're good. You're good. What did you miss so far? Well, Sparkles, we're going through and I'm tier listing all of the Marvel movies that have come out to date tonight as the start of our Friday, because on Fridays we're gonna start, as of next week, we're gonna watch the Critical Role animated show Legend of Vox Machina as a group. They're releasing 3 episodes at a time starting next Friday. And so before we play Lord of the Rings, we'll be watching that. And so to kind of preempt that, we're starting with a Marvel tier list tonight. I think it was last Friday or maybe last Thursday. My days got a little jumbled last week. A lot of streaming. We started with the anime recap for the season. So just kind of in that same vein, just kind of chatting, catching up with everybody. It is Friday. Yeah, we're just exposing my age there. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, let's do it. I'm only gonna get older from here. I will say I will leave out the movies that I have. The one I haven't seen. Actually, I'll just put it at the bottom of this. I have not seen those. I have not watched yet WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, What If, or Black Widow. For these 3, WandaVision, Falcon, and What If, I did watch all of the like spoiler, Easter egg, lore, what are they doing kind of like channels to kind of explain what's going on and like how they're connecting things. But at the time I didn't want to play for Disney Plus, and so I was avoiding it and did not pay for it. And so yeah, I haven't watched those 3 TV shows or Black Widow yet. But we do have all of these other Marvel movies to go through and kind of tier out here. So, A tier. Go in front of Loki. We're going to put, as good as Endgame was, and as good as the story and like the wrap up and the bow on just the whole Infinity Saga was, I liked Infinity War more than I liked Endgame. Endgame was good. Endgame had a lot of like Easter eggs for the fans, a lot of like, you know, Cap wielding a hammer and all that other stuff that made it a good movie. But it just, Infinity War just hit different in my opinion. 100%. So the S tier is the only one I'm gonna do in order, and it is literally in order of my top 5 Marvel movies to date. Sparkles, just so you know. You might be getting that sooner than you think, Maru. You gotta give it 1 more month and we'll see. In March. Ouch. Ouch, Star. Yeah, Kirito. I know that doesn't count as watching them. That's why they're staying down here. And they're not going to be pulled up. Because I don't feel it's fair to put them on the tier list. But yeah. Let's see. Iron Man 2 also ends up in the C tier in my personal humble opinion. Both of the Avengers movies are B tier. in my humble opinion. I think I can't not put both Spider-Man movies as A tiers. Oh, you took out Jesus? Kirito, how could you? He's dying for your KDA. It's fine. Oh, you personally didn't vibe with Ragnarok? Okay, like 80s vibes. 100% 80s vibes. Open ally jokes across the board with Valkyrie, and I love it. Thor getting to understand his true source and get his lightning and all of that fun stuff. Hulk, they didn't bring in, Planet Hulk a little bit, but they weren't, even though they shouldn't have, but they did. Hella, but it's just the vibes, the music, the scenery, the fight scenes, every beat of Ragnarok was just a solid start to finish banger of a movie, and I loved everything they did with that, and I look forward to more movies like that. Like, that's the kind of Marvel movies that we need. I don't need another Iron Man 1 origin story or like Hulk origin story. We need more we need more movies like these. These 5. Our A list is gonna get a little long here, I think. Here soon. So just bear with me as we put Winter Soldier in A, because by then Marvel had a better grasp of what they were trying to do, and it really worked well with everything going on, but the first Avenger movie being B. Now, Maru, have you seen the recent movie? Have you seen No Way Home by chance, Maru? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And so, Eternals is going to be B. I like what they did with Eternals. I watched it just recently. It was a good movie, had a good solid plot. But I feel like there was also like a little too, like, they're trying to use Eternals to be the linchpin to set a lot of stuff up. On the galactic level, but they didn't, and then they're trying to use like Doctor Strange stuff to set up more, as Doctor Strange is the linchpin to set up more Earth happening things, but I think the Eternals tried too hard to balance the line between both, and it didn't give as much as it could have. I know we're gonna get more Eternals, obviously, and it was confirmed that at the end of the movie, the voice that talks to Kit Harington's character, Black Knight, was Blade and not Nick Fury, which I knew that wasn't Fury. It wasn't Fury's voice. But yeah, so like Blade talking to Kit Harington's Black Knight was really like a cool Easter egg for when Blade comes out soon in the next year. I think it's next year. So oh no, guys, we found a speedster and Kirito likes them. I wonder why. I know. in their defense, I also appreciated the speedster being deaf. I thought that was like a really cool character for her. And like, as someone who runs fast, your eardrums are gonna be a little messed up, so it makes a lot of sense, and I liked that for her. And I think it did a lot for the character also, so I thought that was really cool. Oh, Morbius is gonna be great if they would stop delaying it, because now it's not till April. But it's okay. It's okay. It gives us time to watch Batman. And because that Batman movie, like peak Riddler, is gonna be great. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Plus, then we get Doctor Strange and like whatever's happens in the Multiverse of Madness, which is why I told Maru to be careful or be patient, because there has been sightings of both the actress who played Jean Grey and the actor who played Charles Xavier in the First Class X-Men movies on set for Doctor Strange in costume. So we might be getting glimpses, at least glimpses, of the X-Men. Maybe not in full, like they're fighting alongside Doctor Strange, but like they'll at least be maybe shown or something like that through like the other multiverses. So they're bringing it in. They're bringing it in for sure. I agree, Kirito. I don't normally like a lot of things with Jared Leto either. But the character of Mobius is really interesting. And yes, James McAvoy and Sophie Turner. I didn't want to get the wrong ones, and so I didn't say them. So yeah. They weren't on this list. I didn't make this. This was made already. So technically, but I don't want to do that because they weren't technically on this already created one. But technically, yes, the Spider-Man movies are now. And that's actually been confirmed. So Morbius takes place in Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man universe. That whatever Earth number that is going to be, now that we've chosen that they've come from different realities and are part of the MCU and all that other jazz. Not that they were, all of that. So Andrew Garfield is on the cast list for Morbius. So that's pretty interesting. And so, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and Iron Man. No. There was so much. When you look back at the script from 2008 and like the way they made Iron Man in 2008, there were so many things about that movie that would be considered slightly more questionable now. However, I did go see it in theaters 4 times, and so it was a fantastic movie. I'm putting Ant-Man and the Wasp A, and Ant-Man itself also A. We'll put them in order. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 is A in my opinion, but Galaxy 2 was actually a little more on the C tier for me. Oh, Sparkle, you'd put Iron Man more personally in the C spot. That makes sense. I could see that. Just a lot of people didn't care for the character off the bat the way he was. It took a lot of people time to warm up to Tony Stark and all of that. So, and then I too put Captain Marvel in a C tier. Nothing against Captain Marvel, it's a great movie, but I think they were trying, it felt like a band-aid. The fact that they said it in the 90s and they said it with Nick Fury and all of that. What do you mean? What do you mean, Pickle? I don't control them, so I don't know what they are. Like, I don't see them. But sorry. Thank you, Pickle, for the tier 1 sub. Welcome in. Welcome in, Pickle. How is your stream? Captain Marvel was like, I like Captain Marvel as a character. I like what they could do with Captain Marvel as a character, but what they were trying to do with the Captain Marvel movie did not quite fit right, in my opinion. And the way they were trying to place it, like, right, if I'm not mistaken, it was like right before Infinity War, where they were trying, or maybe it was in between Infinity War and Endgame, where they were just trying to like tie up the strings. Yeah, it was in between, because at the end of Infinity War is where we got like the mid-credit scene or the end-credit scene of Fury being dusted and trying to pull out the pager to get a hold of Captain Marvel. Robert Downey Jr. can get it whenever he wants, period. I believe that might be because you're AU, but I'm not entirely sure on that, Kirito. Hey, cut down your personal best. Hypes in the chat for the Pickle. Way to go. Yay. Good job, Pickle. I'm proud of you. Congratulations. This one might hurt some people, and I apologize in advance, but Thor was very C tier in my opinion. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. It just is. Thor itself, it had a lot going for it, but it just didn't. They were trying, I think Thor tried too hard to play off the comic book tropes and didn't fit to world need another tier under D. Yeah, that's why it's down here. Same with Iron Man 3. They're both down here. All right, Pickle, Pickle, bring it in. Pickle, are you here? Pickle, type if you're type in the chat if you're still listening. Pickle, we need to have a conversation, buddy. It's okay. Bring it in. Bring it in. Why did you say Endgame was D tier? Pickle, why? Pickle. Oh my God, Pickle. Okay. You know what, Pickle, do you have a Disney Plus subscription? Pickle, do you have Disney Plus subscription? Because if not, we're gonna straight up stream that in a Discord for you to watch if you have not seen. Did you watch Infinity War and just not Endgame because you just didn't feel like it? You have a Disney Plus subscription. You know it's on there. And you haven't taken the time to watch the end of the Infinity Saga. Are you not curious about what? Please, Pickle, enlighten us, please. I am interested to know what happened. I need to know, Pickle. You went to watch Endgame and it gave you Infinity War. Wait, so you haven't seen Shang-Chi or Spider-Man either? For our non-American friends, Redbox is a red metal box, kind of like an ATM, that has a touch screen, and you can go up to it and you can rent games or movies from it, and it gives you a physical disc. And then you have, it's like $3 or $4 depending on what you get, and then you have 24 to 72 hours to go watch it and return it. Generally it's a day. Sometimes you can pay more. Okay, Pickle, I'm sorry, you need to watch Shang-Chi. I'm assuming you also haven't watched the Eternals, but I'm not going to make you watch that. You need to at least watch Shang-Chi. Simu Liu is amazing as an actor, and Spider-Man, when it gets, you have to watch No Way Home and Shang-Chi at least. Like, how dare you not the out for a rip song that chump threw at you? Pickle doesn't speak coherent sentences. It's okay. It's okay. Aquafina is also a good character in Shang-Chi. I think they did a really good job as a sidekick and will be there more often. But yeah, I'm not going to put these on the list because I don't think it's fair, because I haven't watched them. And so that would do it on where I think... Can I save? Download. Boom. Where I think those should be. But with that, any final comments people want to say before I step away and we switch over to our continuation of Lord of the Rings? We gotta find out whose side of everyone's on. We can even take a, I guess we can't take a polls tonight, but there's a way to figure it out. There's a way. Yes, we can watch Black Widow. We can watch Black Widow. All right. You have to at least watch No Way Home because it's phenomenal. Like at the Wait. You want to watch repetitive Monster of the Week guy in metal suit over Spider-Man? Okay, thank you. You can skip Far From Home. Just watch No Way Home. That's all I care about. Yeah, I hear that a lot, Kirito, that like Black Widow was mid. Spider-Man will be on Disney Plus next month. I don't know, I've had a hard time getting into The Mandalorian. I've watched 3 episodes. It's like, oh no, my ship's broken. Find people. Oh, you have to kill these people so we can give you the parts or we won't fix your ship. Fix his ship. They get off world just in time before they get chased out of town. Do it all over again. But hey, is what it is. Is what it is. Sony owns the rights to the characters that are Spider-Man and their families, and they are never giving that to Disney ever. That's why all Spider-Man, Venom, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, all of those movies are Sony in conjunction with Marvel, and that's why we almost didn't have Spider-Man 2, 3, Venom, or any of that, because they almost, like, they were battling with Marvel for better prices, but then, like, at the end of the day, Marvel got the better end of the deal, because Marvel took more merchandising rights than Sony. Sony just took more on the, like, the ticket side, I think. Yeah. So Sony makes more upfront money, Marvel makes more like residual money. We are gonna run our first poll, and I will let chat decide. Ah, the power to do polls. I love it. Oh, what? First. Trailers? Oh, so you have two choices. Just run a quick minute poll for everyone to vote who's here. You can either choose to watch the trailers first that they just came out with for The Ring of Power, which is the Lord of the Rings show, and the Vox Machina trailer that just dropped, announcing all of the cast that is going to be in the supporting cast, or we can start with playing the Lord of the Rings game, and then in the intermission breaky time we'll switch and watch those couple of trailers real fast and then get back to the game. So I'll let chat decide. Welcome in Za and Raiders. What is up, everybody? How you doing, Za? I hope Strikers was fun tonight for you. Hypes in the chat. Chomp, what is up, Chomp? Quick, everyone, vote. We're voting between watching trailers for the new Lord of the Rings show on Amazon now with the Vox Machina voice actor reveal, or starting our Lord of the Rings game and watching those during the intermission. Thank you, Sparkles. I will hydrate now with water and not milk tea. Okay, we had 4 votes for trailers, and trailers won. Hey, fingers warming up quick. That's good. Means your games were quality. So nothing wrong with that. It's always good when you can like hit your groove and hit your stride from the start. Oh, dope. Look at me being smart. And putting them in order in my watch list. So we're gonna full screen this. No Sparkles. There is no boba in my milk tea. I got sea salt crema on top because they did not have coffee jelly. I don't like boba. F's in the chat because I don't like boba. Tapioca pearls are like, they have this thick shell, but they're kind of squishy. It's weird. I don't like it. Sparkles gifting a tier 1 sub to Za. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So yeah, we're gonna watch this first, and then we're gonna watch kind of a quick like 2-minute thing about how they made it, and then there's a slightly longer video that the cast of Vox Machina just put out. Like I said, with all the supporting cast, that one's about 14 minutes. We'll watch all those 3, and then we'll jump into playing Lord of the Rings for the rest of the night. And then once I switch to game screen, we'll go back and redo. I think we can refresh all the alerts and get all the alert noises to go off, because it's fun to listen to them go ding and all this fun stuff. So yeah, sit tight. Let's check it out, everybody.
For the elven kings under the sky. 7 for the dwarf lords in their halls of stone. 9 for mortal men doomed to die. 1 for the Dark Lord, on his dark throne in the land of Mordor, where the shadows lie.
So not a very long trailer. Obviously, this is the first reveal trailer that they did for what is being called Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. It is the Amazon Prime show, which means we can watch it on stream together. That's being made, that takes place an unannounced amount of time currently before The Hobbit. I think it was 1,000 years, but don't quote me on that. But it's a long time before The Hobbit. And then this is a quick 39, just quick short video that kind of goes through a little bit of their making process for it. One of the basically, as we can kind of see here from the shot here that before we watch it, that entire trailer was mostly made with actual practical effects. They weren't made with fake CGI effects. So we're gonna watch a little bit of that here. Chomp, thank you for the follow. I missed that when you came in, so thank you very much. And so yeah, that was all the practical effects. You could see them like actually using a smoke machine and bringing it over the wording, and then like pouring the molten liquid directly into the slots and like running the water down. It was very cool to see done in real time. So
when we first played through this,
so this will be slightly longer. It's about 13-minute video. This is going to be the cast reveal for the Legend of Vox Machina show that we'll be watching together next week. And then starting next week, and then it'll be running for, I want to say 5 weeks to the end of February. So it's next week and then all of February, 3 episodes at a time. So we'll be watching all of that together. And so this is a reveal for the supporting cast, because the main 8 are set. The important part of this main 8 is that a lot of them that we see, and I'll point them out, are actually in the Lord of the Rings game, Middle Earth, that we are playing. And so it's kind of cool that multiple projects that voice actors do. Magic the Gathering Arena mobile ad. A famous actor, a famous caster for games, and one of the favorite MTG content creators. I have not seen that ad, I don't think. No. So, but I'll probably see it eventually, Sparkles. Or if you find it, you can send it to me. One of those. So yeah, we're gonna watch through this together. I thought it was really cool that the people that they got as a supporting cast, you'll recognize them. We can talk about them. It'll be great. I'm gonna turn it down just a smidgen, so I could also talk while it talks.
this campaign, we would have never imagined that we would get some of these names to be voices on our show.
I mean, I feel like a broken record when I just keep fanboying over the actors who are
so that
these characters, but I'm a fanboy for all the actors who are playing these characters.
The first person was Sam.
No, they're all so good. I can't believe these people are working on the show.
First person was Sam Riegel. He plays a lot of the orcs that we hear when we play Lord of the Rings. And the one in the yellow and black overalls was Laura Bailey, and she voices the warrior girl that we play as.
and I should not play all of them. I am genuinely really excited for and have been excited to find the right people to breathe life into these characters in ways that I never could.
Just like the player characters, all of these NPCs that you've seen, they have a piece of Matt in them. They feel like friends. So when we were casting it, there has been that deep amount of levels of consideration.
This anime is being drawn by Titmouse, which is the company that's worked on stuff like Danny Phantom, a little bit of Avatar, a lot of those old Nickelodeon shows that we all love.
The guests we've had come in and bring some of these long cherished characters to life.
One of those NPCs that is beloved by all is Sean Gilmore of Gilmore's Glorious Goods. And after a lot of back and forth with Matt himself was actually
Daddy
the
Travis,
one
who
very
played
adamant about allowing
Daddy
someone else to
Greybeard
take a shot at
in
this
our Lord of the Rings
beloved
game, who
character.
just
I wanted to
ended
make
up
sure
dying.
that his importance to the story was given the care that it deserved.
We really wanted to find somebody who is funny and still full of life, and I think we found him.
Sunil Malhotra has done an incredible job of portraying Gilmore.
Sean Gilmore is, in my imagination,
And if there's any
a
actors that you
naughty,
guys
sexy, mischievous
notice,
cat.
feel
If
free
he's
to
not
hype
selling
them
his
up.
wares,
I
he's
know I
selling
will.
himself.
Sunil brings playfulness, charisma, respect.
I feel very close to Gilmore. Just full of energy and life and verve. That is like hand in glove for me.
He is bringing a very unique flair and passion to the role, and is really good at hooking a finger under Vax's chin still.
What we ended up with was enough of Matt's version of the character that we still recognize him as the Gilmore that we fell in love with, but this new spin,
Ninetales,
a new
welcome
take that has
in,
an
and
authenticity that we
Raiders.
could not
We're
have
taking a
gotten
moment
if Matt had played the
to
character.
The voice
watch
really hits
through
everything that you
the
want out of
supporting
Gilmore.
cast
I'm
reveal
quite pleased.
for The Legend of Vox Machina.
As Matt
Because we're going to be
painted
watching it as a
Xandria
community
is such a broad,
starting
diverse,
next Friday when they
crazy
start
place
airing it
filled
3
with
episodes at a
all
time
kinds
on
of
Amazon
voices
Prime.
from
So we're going to be
around
watching
the
it live
realm.
on stream together.
And to populate that with
And so I
voice
figured it'd be
actors who
cool to go
aren't
through
just
and
the main
since they
8
just
cast members
released
of
this
Critical Role, was always a
Wednesday,
big goal
that'd be
of
cool
ours
to show.
to make this world feel expansive and real.
And a
This
lot of the
show is
voice
a
actors
great
are also the
big
ones in the Lord of the
stew
Rings game we're
of
playing.
Unbelievable casting choices.
Greedy Samurai
and people that you
86,
have been
thank
waiting
you
for and knew were
for
gonna be part
the
of it.
follow.
We are
I appreciate it.
blessed
Welcome
with choice when
to
it
the
comes
Fountain of
extremely talented
Wisdom.
People that happen to be friends of ours, and so there have been opportunities in the series to have people like Kari Payton.
Not unfamiliar to Critical Role fans for his portrayal as Shikasta, or in
If
Undead
you
Wood.
like
Sovereign
Walking
Uriel
Dead,
is a huge part, which
Kari
meant that
Payton
we
was
needed a
huge in The
voice.
Walking Dead. He had
Kari
dreads
Payton
in
was
that
someone
show,
we
though.
turned to for that, and he delivered instantly. He has a level of regality to his voice that you just can't ignore.
He just brings so much weight and integrity to Uriel and gives it even more character than I would have imagined.
We're trying with some of the casting to make sure that everybody you want to hear who's been a part of the family sneaks in there every now and then. Felicia Day is a perfect example of someone you will hear rattling around Tal'Dorei.
You'll hear her doing her
Felicia
level
Day,
best to
obviously
defend Amon
Charlie
against its
from
enemies in a few of the early episodes.
Supernatural, everyone knows her
We would not
as.
be here without Felicia Day. She took a chance on us. She saw the possibility.
Creator of Geek and
we knew
Sundry,
we
the whole
wanted to
reason they
use
made
her.
a show in the
We
first
also have
place.
people that we have known and loved, such as Bobby Hall.
Okay, we'll take you in.
AKA
But the
Logic,
bear
the
waits
rapper.
outside.
Good old Bobby Hall got to play some guards in some of the earlier episodes.
He blew us away. He was phenomenal.
Also stepping up for a character favorite from the Vox Machina campaign is Eugene Bird as Jarrett. Jarrett got a new role in this show. He is now a captain of the Arms of Amon in the animated series.
I think Jared is one of the coolest characters in the campaign.
Jared is the kind of guy that you need to prove it to him. You need to prove it to him more than a few times.
Eugene is like such a wonderful human being and such a wonderful person. He was in Gears of War with
How
me. And
was
I
your
so
stream,
excited when he was cast.
Ninetales? I
General
hope
Krieg
you
is a
had a
character
good
from
day.
our early
Happy
home game
Friday.
days that some fans may not be super familiar with, but he did reside on the Council of Tal'Dorei, and we had to turn to a big voice for his character.
Hello, my name is David Tennant, and I'm playing General Krieg.
David Tennant.
The Doctor,
What?
Being able to bring him on
The
board
s-
to bring an
Scrooge
NPC, like,
McDuck
bring it to life.
in
A pre-stream
DuckTales.
NPC. So he really is the one that brings it to life for the community as well for the first time.
I can't believe you made
what's his
it
name
out
from Jessica
alive.
He was
Jones?
so excited to be part of this project.
Love
because he
David
had
Tennant.
seen the path
Nothing's
that it
better
took.
than David
I think
Tennant.
it's fantastic. I think this is how all shows should be pitched. They should all start in somebody's front room and end up on television. Why not?
Knowing what that character is going to be required to do, David was fantastic to work with.
We've also had guest appearances by
I don't know
Tony
if Titmouse
Hale.
did
Of
Invincible,
Veep
but let me
fame as
double.
our Fence. He transformed into this slimy, scheming Fence so brilliantly.
Playing the head cleric is Anjali Bhimani. Her dulcet tones matched perfectly with the character. Don't want to forget Cassandra DeRollo, sister of Percy, played by Esme Creed Miles. The Tavern Keeper, which was a fan-created character, voiced by Mason Alexander Park, who was incredible. They knocked it out of the booth. The goddess voice of the Everlight is Tracy Toms. Incredible voice, incredible performer. And One Punch Man himself, Max Middleman, as Desmond, the coachman for the devious Briarwoods. Bryn, who is a brand new character to the series, is voiced by Stacey Raymond. Also in the Whitestone crew as Keeper Yenin, we have Gina Torres.
Invincible was done by
Your first
Studio
take of her is really
Skybound.
someone of great calm and spirituality, but she has a
Main
much greater
co-star
agenda.
of
She also has a couple
Firefly
tricks up her sleeve,
and
which
plenty
make
of
her
other
a
shows,
badass.
but I know her from
When it came
Firefly.
to the character
I assumed
of
everyone else
Archibald
would.
Desney, we made some changes to the character overall and also wanted to push this young rebel leader with a voice print that we thought would do it justice. We're big fantasy fans, so again, in Shooting for the Moon,
Welcome back,
we reached
Kirito.
out to Dominic Monaghan, and he said yes.
Archibald
Pippin
is
himself.
a kind of buccaneering, swarthy man of short stature. He
Don't
tends
listen to him,
let
Kirito. I
his
always worry about you.
fists and his axe do the talking.
He just sounds like such a badass dwarf.
Then we need to make our next move count. Gather every able-bodied fighter in Whitestone.
But we have a hobbit on our show. It's amazing.
Also, Steve and Ruth, we
fangirling,
are huge
fanboying,
fans of
and
his, from
watching
everything from
over the
Office Space
supporting
to
cast
Barry,
of
the way
the
that he chews
Legend of
and
Vox
works with
Machina
his
show.
words gave a
Yes,
whole
the
new shape to
Pippin.
the
Pippin
character of
himself is
Anders.
going to be in the Legend of Vox Machina show.
Vedmeyer also cuts
David
an
Tennant is gonna be in the
extremely
show.
intimidating profile, and we knew with a half giant of his size, we needed a voice to match it. You can't go wrong with Royer McCann, the Hound from Game of Thrones.
The Hound from
Dr.
Game of
Anna
Thrones.
Ripley is another one of the Briarwood henchmen that we knew we needed to bring to life, and Kelly Hu does an incredible job of that.
Don't play dumb. It won't end well for you.
God, Kelly is a villain. It's a really, really sharp performance.
Kelly
So two of the
Hu is
NPCs
also
that
the same
obviously
person
jumped
who
to our mind
voiced.
in the beginning was Lady Allura Vysoren and obviously Lady
If I'm not
Kima of
mistaken,
Ward.
she
Big
also
shoes,
voiced
big characters, beloved
Azula
by all.
in the
And we quickly
Legend-
turned
or
to
in Avatar: The
an
Last Airbender.
angelic voice from Game of Thrones, Indira Varma for Lady Allura Vysoren.
Technically, we could watch Invincible on stream if I turned back on all the mature content, 18 plus stuff. Yes, we could.
Demon, elemental, and how do you propose we capture
Or I could just stream it for you directly.
She was
But
able
yes,
to
either
deliver
way.
this very
Have you not seen it,
delicate,
Kirito?
soft but powerful dialogue.
I love you, Matt. I love your voice as Allura, but it's so amazing to hear the woman come to life.
And then her partner in crime, Kima of Vord, played by the incredibly funny Stephanie Beatriz.
She has just the perfect cadence and the perfect deadpan delivery and just nails it with her total disdain for the entire group of Vox Machina.
She's large and in charge, even though she's under 4 feet tall.
Maribel
is a
from
fantastic
Encanto,
badass
and
of the
also
utmost variety.
Playing a badass
Rosa
is an
Parks
internal
from
thing. It is
Brooklyn
about
Nine-Nine.
The space that you've decided that you take up. It isn't about how small or big
Is
you
now
are.
in the
She
Legend
just,
of Vox Machina.
Got it immediately and sounds exactly like I
Playing a
picture Kima
badass
sounding.
While I miss
lesbian
Matt
with a
as Lady
power
Kima,
hammer.
I'm pretty happy with who we got.
Another immensely talented voiceover actress, the illustrious Grey Griffin. She is our Delilah Briarwood.
Villains, I've been playing them for decades, and they're just so deliciously wonderful to play.
Delilah is a very complicated villain.
I liken her to sort of like a big cat. I'll kill you when I'm feeling like it, but right now I'm just having fun.
She grasped so many facets of the subtlety and that brimming intensity and threat, while still keeping that cordial.
This is
presentry
that was
upper
the voice
crust.
of
She
Azula.
relishes in the
Oh,
villainous
Diaz.
aspect.
Thank you.
But she really
Thank
gets
you, Kirito.
The heart of Delilah.
She does do horrible, horrible things, but it's all in the name of love, so you have to root for her just a
Rosa
little bit.
Parks.
We also have the talented Darren
No idea where that's
DePaul
from.
joining us as Kyrian Stonefell.
He's grotesque, he's evil, he's disgusting, he is a mess So I'm sure we're like, of course, Darren. He's disgusting, he's evil, he's a mess. We've got to make it him.
Darren
Voice of
is,
Reinhard from Overwatch.
I'm not convinced as human. He can make creatures come out of him that don't really make sense.
He does so many other things. Like, that's just what the number one thing I know Darren from.
Death to the Derulos! There's the great joy in playing someone who just doesn't give a damn.
Watching this universe
I am
come
so
to
hyped
life,
for this. I'm
it's
so glad I
bigger and more
paid
complex than I
for the
even
Kickstarter, or
imagined.
help pay the
These
Kickstarter.
are adult stories, adult themes, and because it's animated, it means that you can do so much more.
Anything that you can think of, anything that you can dream up, that can be brought to life in the world of animation.
Who would have thought
And of course, the main cast themselves aren't
in this medium
tiny
people aren't
actors
ready for
either.
how
They've done
vibrant
amazing
and
work in
exciting
voiceover and anime and video games.
It's very like those
Travis
cartoons that
Willingham
you watched as a kid. It
is
kind
the
of reeks
voice of Roy
nostalgia, but
Mustang.
with swear words. And what could be better?
It feels like our little group is just starting to expand and grow.
For many, many years, this was truly a world that only existed in a handful of people's imagination.
It feels like these characters that we have lived with for years
I am
now have been given new life.
The fact that there are all these critters who are invested in this means that, fuck, it needs to be seen, it needs to be made.
This is because of you, and I know it brings tears to my eyes. It's kind of an amazing thing.
Indulge and engage with this moment that you helped create, because without you, it would not have been.
Knowing that the Legend of Vox Machina was creator made from top to bottom, there's a certain magic to that I don't think you can get anywhere else.
People say stuff like,
You
this is your
indeed
world,
did,
you
Kirito.
created these stuff. Like,
His voice actor will be in
to a
this.
degree, helped to facet it, but I am one of many storytellers in this. Me and all the players at the table.
Right there.
And the community that watch this, and all these artists, developers, and designers. This is a continued expansion of that collaboration, and collaboration is key. This isn't my world anymore. This is our world.
Let's see. I can find it. I know I can. Right here.
Knowing what
Travis Willingham. That is Daddy Mustang. And his lovely wife, the lovely, illustrious. If I can find her again. Where was it? I saw it. Ah, there we go. Oh, almost. It's not clicking. Laura Bailey, is his wife and played Lust. I believe she either played Lust or she played Envy. I thought it was Lust because I thought it was funny that she ended up killing them. But that's where they actually met, was Funimation doing Dragon Ball, because she was also she's the English voice of Bulma. They've done plenty of other works like that since. But he plays Grog the Barbarian with his 6 intelligence, so you know how that goes. So yeah, those are the trailers. We're gonna get to actual like gameplay stuff now. Recap for those of us that weren't here. We did a Marvel movie tier list a little bit ago. I left out the TV shows that I haven't seen. None of A through D are in order, but S is 100% in order. Those are my top 5 Marvel movies in that order. And I don't foresee that changing anytime soon unless Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is just that good. But that'll just move Doctor Strange 1 to A and Doctor Strange 2 to S. But yeah, that's pretty set the way it is. And so yeah, that's how we started a little stream this week. Let me take a second to switch over here to game view, and I think now I go